This is going to be map number 3 of this series. In the bottom right corner, as the blue Zerg, it's eggs. And in the top left, as the red Terran, it's Sinner. Sinner hitting the map for the Alpha X Dragons. I guess Alpha X Latium Dragons, to be precise, but eggs is going pool first. Okay. It's taking a second gas. Center is just doing your... Wait, no, he's not taking a second gas. It was an extractor trick. Ah. Latinx Zergs are... The Zergs you primarily see do extractor tricks nowadays in 2020. Don't see that... Oh! Ace pulled out of gas 1 unit too soon. Okay, he's gonna correct his mistake, send it... Gets 100 gas. He's gonna get Lings. 6 Lings pop out. Considering he pulled off gas, he's gonna expand. Yeah, there's the drone being pulled down to expand. 6 Lings go down the ramp. There's the second hatch. Sinner's just gonna build his CC on the high ground. Needs to finish walling off, though. Luckily for him, Eggs got distracted by the SCV. So there's gonna be time for this Reaper to pop. And for Sinner to drop an add-on. Oh no, he didn't drop an add-on. Wait, why didn't he drop an add-on? Why would you ever not drop an add-ons? But Sinner's too smart. He sends his Reaper to intercept the Lings that were coming around the right side. However, Eggs is going to go in with his remaining Lings. Frankie Ducklings, thank you so much for the raid. How are you guys doing tonight? Lings try to go up the ramp. They get a surround on the Marine. Reaper stutter stepping backwards. Quack, quack. Quack, quack. I speak to you in your native tongue. Sinner's going to try to get the bunker down again. Ling speed's finished up, though! And these Lings are going to overwhelm any defenses on the low ground. SCV will die. The Reaper does not make it to safety. Eggs runs up the ramp. A Marine will take out a couple Lings as they try to break through the wall. A bunch of SCVs are pulled, and this is good economic damage to Sinner here. Eggs is going to move to stage 2, which is always deny the expand of the Terran. And behind this, our Blue Zerg is back at home. Eggs throws down a third base, and the Zerg has gotten himself a solid lead. There's not enough to move down here for Terran. That second Hellion is kind of far away. And 2 Marines and a single Hellion are not enough to engage this many Lings. The starport's going to go on to the tech lab, and that almost certainly means Banshees. 2 Hellions are enough to scare these Lings away. Even with proper micro, they could get us around, take the Hellions down. Eggs doesn't want to risk it and throw the game, so it's going to back out. Eggs is also supply blocked here. He's going to get this alleviated. Well, no, this hatch is too far away from finishing. That's just a straight up mistake from our third. Sinner's going to happily take his second base. There's another extractor trick out of Eggs. Only 1 Overlord is going to pop. Means some larvae are going to be stacking up here. Steel Mold, how's it going, buddy? One Hellion goes down. Second one's about to be destroyed as well. Third one's going to be picked off as well. And this was a very nice defense from Aegis. He's not going to lose any drones. Sinner is going to send out a second Banshee. First one still roving around. It was unable to find damage natural while the Hellions were running into the main. The Banshee tried to tap in here, but there was a Spore Crawler to defend, so it backed out very. See the little bit of damage caused. Now 2 Banshees are sharking into the third. Eggs got to turn on Cloak, so this one's going to be out of energy. And Sinner's going to pay a little bit for his misplay. Eggs has a Baneling Nest finishing up, as well as the lair, so centrifugal hooks are sure to be on the way quite soon. Sinner's going into a bio play as he gets a reactor on the starport to start getting out medevacs. Marines pumped 5 at a time. Stim almost finished up. Couple lanes try to run in. High ground, too good. Is going to take most of those down. Another couple barracks are going around. 1-1 is halfway finished. Center. Sinner sends some Banshees around to the bottom left, while the Marine tank push heads around the right side to strike at Egg's 4th. Banshees do finally have their energy replenished. No, does see them get the cloak off, so Eggs is going to pull drones. There's a stim in, a creep tumor goes down, and Overlord gets taken out as well. I think if Eggs had committed to that, he would have overwhelmed tanks. Well, I don't know. One of those tanks is on the high ground, but would have been close. There are enough queens here to take out a medevac, actually, which is going to soften up these Marines quite a bit. The Marines are just going to be happy with getting a couple creeps taken out. Sinner needs to be careful. There's a lot of lings here. Eggs isn't going after the tanks, though. He's going straight for the Terran 3rd. An Overseer lets the Queens take out 2 Banshees. Okay, the Lynx changed their mind. They are going to go after the tanks, and there's plenty here to overwhelm the Terran. Both tanks go down. A few Marines are saved in the medevac, and they're going to head home. This is a retreating column of SCVs. They're going to turn into an attacking column of SCVs as the Marines would have killed off quite a few Link. Have they continued to engage? No! The Zerglings run into the Marine fire! That's huge losses for Eggs. All of a sudden, Sinner is up in army supply, up in workers, and what looked like a game-ending attack from Eggs, getting in on that column of SCVs, all of a sudden turned into a chance at taking the win for Sinner. An Overlord gets picked off, and that is going to supply block Eggs, so the units he has coming out are the last reinforcements he's going to have for a while. No Overlords on the construction tab either. He's trying to broadside the Marines. Sinner's able to slide out. Some Banelings get good connections. Oh no, not all the Marines loaded up into the medevacs. So quite a lot of Sinner's army gets picked off. Sinner's trying to reposition to the 3rd. Is he going to be able to? eGGz is a little bit scared to go in. He was correct, there were just a few too many Marines. But now the pendulum has swung back in eGGz's favor. Zerg goes up to 5 base. Center still sitting okay on 3. Army supply is slightly in the Terran's favor. And eGGz just keeps getting supply blocked. Another Overlord is going to pop. Clear that up, but needs to have like 2-3 more on the way as well. Getting pretty close to being supply blocked again. Center is going to take out this base. eGGz is still on 4 base, so he's going to be okay. Economic. It's a 3 base Terran. He tries to get Lings into the natural, but Center's too smart. He has Marines here to intercept. A tank would have pounded out damage from behind. I think the Mutalisk could have overwhelmed that while the Lings engaged the Marines on the ground, but eGGz didn't want to throw away army supply unnecessarily. Center splits off a couple of medevacs for a drop into eGGz Nat. Oh no, the Mutalisk are gonna intercept 2 entirely full medevacs. 1 goes down. Marines are getting picked down on the ground. Actually, the second medevac able to escape, load all its cargo. eGGz backs out once again. The creep spread is pretty crazy for the Zerg. Center's gonna have to burn some scans, cleaning this up quite soon, or he's gonna have active tumors on his doorstep. eGGz is trying to set up a surround here, but I don't think he has enough army supply to do it effectively. He realizes that, he pulls back. Banelings get some pretty massive connections with the Marines. Lings are going to surround the tank. eGGz swarms over the remaining Terran defenses. Mutas are going to take care of the Liberators. This Ling Bane is going to decimate the Marine count, break through the wall if he right-clicks it. And this is the end for Center. He has a double medevac drop going on. It's going to take out the 4th base, but GG. On the top, in our second semifinal, it's the Blue Zerg, eGGz. And on the right, as the Red Protoss, it's PacoMike. While we have a little bit of downtime at the beginning of the match, I'd like to remind you all to type that exclamation Matcherino in the chat, put in the code to add an entire $1 to the prize pool for these great contestants at 0 cost to yourself. Check out some of the sponsor links, again, at 0 cost to yourself. Literally visiting their web pages will add 15 cents to the prize pool. Paco gets your standard wall off at the natural open gateway. eGGz is going to go patch first. Security and Industry is a unique map in the pool with these slow zones in between the bases, or as I like to call them, good game design zones that are going to slow your units down and, in theory, you know, technically speaking, increases the actual distance between 2 mains. We have a cheeky gold base down here in the bottom left corner, as well as the island base in the top right corner. That can sometimes be used for weird strategies. Almost never see them utilized in top-level GM matches. Paco controls his probe. Let's see any Lings go out if and when 3rd base drone pulled. There's that third base drone. It's going to try to take the forward third. Paco is going to get the hatch block off. So eGGz, it's quite delayed. It's going to spend all that cash immediately and send out another drone to take the alternate third base. So, Paco threw down a pre-2 minutes 30 Twilight Council in the meantime, and he's going for a Dark Shrine play. eGGz has his Overlords poised for scouting, not going in just yet. And that's going to allow Paco to get up this Dark Shrine, attack. However, PacoMike has not dropped a robotics facility, so he's not going to have a warp prism to utilize when the Dark Shrine finishes. eGGz getting up an Evo chamber. He's going to invest in +1 melee. Paco throws down a third base, so this is actually a defensive Dark Shrine. eGGz is going to get a cancel on the third. There's the Robo, finally going down for PacoMike. But the Dark Shrine is finishing in a matter of seconds. In the meantime, eGGz is heavily droning up his third. Drops a Baneling Nest, and he's only going to sit on 2 gas for now. I think this might be a full-on Baneling bust. Maybe. There's a chance. ETs are going to try to diminish the link count. Get shredded. eGGz still doesn't have a scout. The Protoss main, I believe? He does not. Paco's going into Forge as he tries to throw down a third base yet again. This time he will be successful. eGGz has quite the link count. He's going to try to cancel the Protoss third yet again. PacoMike is moving out with his DTs. There are defensive Spore Crawlers at each base. However, all of eGGz's units are currently out of position, and he doesn't have any lings on the production tab. Well, I guess not all of them. One's in the main are going to reflect this. One's at the third, probably going to do a little bit more damage. Picking off the Spore Crawler, there is an Overseer morphing in, but in the meantime, eGGz's lings get a wraparound on the third Nexus, and they get the kill this time. The pylon's going down as well. That will mean PacoMike's supply blocked. He's going to morph 2 of the DTs into an on and recall it. He does get the save. +1 is away for the Protoss. That supply block is delaying a Warp Prism pushing up. Now eGGz has a terrifying amount of lings. He's probably going to morph some Banes. In fact, there they are. And try to break through. He's going to cancel PacoMike's third base again. An Immortal's trapped out here as well, and there's no recall to save it. The Banelings barrel into the natural. They're headed straight for the probe line. Probes are pulled, but they aren't pulled far enough. Huge hits go off. 20 probes go down. The Banelings splash into the DTs. Luckily, they have enough shields to be fine. They're going to morph into Archons. Things are going to harass the Archons while they're... are they though? They're a little bit indecisive. Yeah, now it's too late, guys. Eat some of those power overwhelming laser shots. eGGz's third did get canceled by the DT. So he's gonna remake it, take a 4th as well. eGGz is getting out 8 roaches. PacoMike is finishing up +1, going for an immortal as well. Paco morphs in several more stalkers. It's going on the attack, but this is a desperation attack. That said, eGGz doesn't have that much to defend either, but one of the Archon's very low health. It's going to get picked off. These are both very tiny armies. Zerg has defender's advantage. He's going to get 12 more lings out. Roach speed is about to finish, which is going to help him react to the Protoss army even faster. There is some creep spread. Give PacoMike, or to give eGGz a little bit of extra time to respond to PacoMike. DTs are harassing in the main. You don't want to lose that War Prism. Oh man, War Prism goes down with 4 DTs in it, but PacoMike is concentrating on taking down eGGz third once again. His own third Nexus has started for like the 6th time this game, but the Protoss army is going to get overwhelmed. And a recall goes off, but a couple more stalkers get picked off while the retreat is happening. Mortal gets picked off, as do several stalkers, and PacoMike's economy as well as his defense are dwindling. He's mined out quite a few mineral patches and naturals, soon to follow. The Mortal's running for its life. It's not going to be able to escape, and we could see GG here at any moment, as eGGz is going to take game number 1. In the bottom left, with the first point on the board, Blue Zerg, eGGz. And in the top right, that's the red Protoss. It's PacoMike. One of these players is going on to the finals. One will drop to the 3rd place match series. eGGz took game number 1. PacoMike is a little bit indecisive about how he wanted to try and deal with things, and eGGz shut down PacoMike's third base no less than 6 times. Everdream is a bit more of a standard map, so maybe a bit more standard play. eGGz is going to go for a hatch first. There's our gas, and Paco opens gateway. Drops the Nexus. Drops the Cyber Core. Going into the mid game, we might see some resonating glaives. It's quite popular on this map. eGGz might go Mina, might go Ravager. Shall tell. These lings actually won't be able to kill the they chase it. They just can't get enough attacks off time. No, Adepts coming. They're going to unite their forces back up to the Adepts onslaught. PacoMike has opened Stargate, getting out more Adepts back at home as well. Could open Phoenix, could open Orc. Going to open Phoenix, so eGGz can take leisurely time getting a Spore Crawler down. In fact, he can wait till 4 minutes before popping down those spores. Finished up. eGGz is going to have zero time dealing with his Adept if he wants to get his lings into position. One drone gets killed, 2 spores are forced, and that's decent damage from the Adept of PacoMike. eGGz is going to be supply blocked as well. Scouting Overlord did get picked off on the other side of the map. Let's see exactly what eGGz did scout. Okay, he got a full scout off. Oracle coming out next for PacoMike. eGGz was trying to scam the Oracle, burning some energy. Not going to be successful. eGGz is actually going to uproot a spore and move it to the 3rd. It's not going to be in time to save the larva or the drone. 2 queens will force the Oracle. Will they, though? Yeah, they will. Here comes the Phoenix again. Oh, and it's going to get a second Overlord kill. This is a nice pick for PacoMike. This will supply block eGGz as well. If the Phoenix commits, it doesn't commit. I feel like that's a mistake. There's only 2 more shots. No, don't go back in now. You didn't regenerate any shields. Oh, okay. All right. We're closer. I'm going to try to get some damage along with the encroaching Adepts. There's no resonating glaives on these guys, I do believe. No, they're just standard Adepts. They're going to blink back to the choke point. A lot of lings to get picked off. Trying to focus the Spore to soften up the defense of this location, but they're not going to get the kill. They cancel the Shade. Try to bait the lings back to the choke and get just a couple more kills. And eGGz defends. PacoMike gets his 3rd up, as well as a Twilight Count. Forge. Mortal coming out onto the field. But eGGz is just flooding lings. He's going for 6 roaches behind this as well. He is going to laser focus on the 3rd. Is he, though? Where are these guys going? Okay, they are going into the... Are they, though? Paco recalls the Oracle to the 3rd. Field Battery. Gonna stop some of the damage, but not all. This is a lot of probes going down here for PacoMike. It's going to even up the army supply. The Phoenix tries to get another Overlord kill, but it will not get it. There's Transfuse here, and the Phoenix dies. 9 probes in total went down to the link run by. Paco's trying to get up the gateway wall at his 3rd base, but here comes the Roach Ravager from eGGz. eGGz moves up the ramp. These Immortals are going to get gunned down, and that's really not good. This Immortal's backed into a corner. eGGz right-clicks it. There's hardly any army supply left on the field for the Red Protoss. He's going to make a final stand at his natural base, but Cybercore is getting biled down. That means no more Stalkers, no more Sentries if that falls. Some of the Roaches aren't shooting in the back, which isn't the most efficient, but down goes a Gateway, down goes the Cybercore. Lings harass into the third. And force a warp in of Zealots. Going to trade with the Zealots as well. That means there's not very much here to shield for the Archons. To shield for the Sentries, all the force fields have been used up. GG is called.